Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Real Madrid in PreMatch 2019. And since last episode we played one game, and that was in the Spanish Cup. And I'm actually pretty disappointed with this result. Yes, we won, but we were playing at home versus a team that's currently in a relegation spot in the league. And yes, of course, I was using a weaker team, but still I've used a team good enough to basically should have been able to destroy them. Because, you know, this is two legs, and the second leg we will be playing them away, and now we only have a 1-goal advantage. And that's nothing in football. That could come with a very costly price, because I know I'm going to be using a weaker team for the second leg too, because I'm prioritizing the league over the cup. And yeah, we really should have been able to score like 2 or 3 goals here. I mean, even look at the statistics there. We created 24 chances. I don't think they had a single highlight through the whole game, and that's frustrating. But yeah, let's focus on today's game, and today's game is in the league versus Getafe, and Getafe is having a strong season. They're currently in a Champions League spot. They are only 4 points behind us, and as you know, it's a tough situation in the league. We're currently 1 point behind Atletico Madrid, with Barcelona breathing down our neck, and of course Getafe just behind us, which means if we lose today, Getafe is going to be 1 point behind us, and Barcelona will most likely overtake us. So a very, very important game here if we want to be in it, fighting for the title. This is the way we're going to start, and actually some players are a little bit displeased with me because of press conference, and I'm kind of not quite sure what it was that made them unhappy. Sergio Ramos in the same position. But other than that, the good news is the whole team is fit. And Bale makes his comeback after his injury. And yeah, things looks pretty good. But I'm still worried about that bad game, because I mean, now we are playing another game at home, but this time, instead of playing a team that was in a relegation spot, we are playing one of the best teams in the league, a team that is fighting for a Champions League spot and even are pretty close to topping the table, only 5 points behind Atletico Madrid. So yeah, if we play that bad versus a weaker team, what can happen now when we play against a stronger team? I think we want to put some pressure on them, actually. I'm going to tell them I expect nothing but a win from this game, and they didn't care at all. My gosh. Kind of no reactions at all from the lads. That's worrisome. At least from someone guys looks happy, but not the best team talks we have had in this series. But yeah, it's clearly worrisome the way that we were struggling in the cup. Because now we need to win. Like, we can't afford to lose. If we do, we're going to be in a very difficult situation. Looking at this, we are creating the first few chances, but still no highlight. Clock just ticks on. Waiting for the first highlight. When will it come? Doesn't seem... Oh, here it is. And of course it's Getafe with the ball, but Junior wins it back, going all by himself into the box. And well, decent try. I mean, can't really complain when he wins the ball himself and creates just chance all by himself, even though he missed at the end. But instead now we see Getafe once again with possession here, working their way towards our box, but they go all the way back to the goalkeeper. And now, of course, this makes me wonder, will this be a highlight for us or for them? Modric for Marcelo. Yes, maybe he can turn this one around and create something all ourselves. Marcelo by himself. Benzema going for Asensio. Asensio into the box. And a decent try, but just not good enough to put some serious pressure on the Getafe goalkeeper. Is Bale the free kick though? And that's the goal. That's the goal. It kind of looked like a mistake from the goalkeeper, but I guess we need to take a look at the replay here before we decide it's... I mean, it's a pretty good place, like, where he puts it, but still felt like it wasn't impossible for their goalkeeper to save it, so I wouldn't be completely pleased if I was their manager. Here's Benzema, though, loses possessions, but beautifully intercepted. And here is Junior. Can he find somebody? He loses possession once again. Varane picks it up. Sergio Ramos. Modric. Asensio. Marcelo with a cross to nowhere. Nowhere at all. Is this the highlight? Is something going to happen here? Focus sticks on. This highlight's been going on for some time now. Still no real danger in either directions. But this, could something come out of this one? Decent try again. We are creating like a lot of decent tries. That's just not good enough. But, I mean, we are creating chances. We are dominating the game. We are leading. But still 16 chances to 1 and only 1 goal. It's Sergio Ramos with a free kick. And yeah, back to the decent tries. We did so many decent tries here. And it's a bit worrisome because we're completely dominating things. But we haven't managed to secure a safe lead. So still going to tell the lads that we're not pleased. Clearly room for improvements. I mean, look at these ratings. We have one guy, Mr. Bale here with a 8.2, but the rest of them is like 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. It's a lot of room for improvements in the second half. I don't want to go attacking because we are creating so many chances. The problem is not that we're not creating chances. The problem is that we are not taking care of the chances. Asensio loses possession. Bale picks it up. Casemiro, Modric, Asensio. And I thought for a second that one was going in, but it was just outside the post. I mean, we have a highlight of the highlight here. We need to be able to step it up a notch and actually get some quality into our finishings. Maybe this could be the highlight that starts that. Marcelo for Benzema. Benzema a bit lonely. Changing flank for Bale. Bale into the box, but that's a missed cross. Modric picks it up. Now we get another try. Bale again into the box. And look at that one. Vinicius Jr. And we are 2 up. And that makes me feel a little bit more secure. But I feel like with all these chances, we really need to get some sharpness into our finishers. But Bale with the cross here, and then Vinicius Jr. makes no mistake at all. His 5th goal of the season. And I guess we're going to see that it was no offside. Yeah, clearly no offside. It's 2 players. That's Getafe players that's lower than him. Asensio picks up a yellow card. Clock just ticks away here. And then we get another highlight. Sergio Ramos. Are we creating this one all the way from our side of the pitch? Looks like we might do. Asensio, Junior. I mean, look at that beautiful one. That's kind of like similar what he did before, but this time the finisher was top notch. Take a look at this one, you beauty. I mean, he travels with the ball like almost the whole side of the pitch, but look at that finisher straight up to the top corner. Definitely one of the more beautiful goals of this season. And now we can finally start to feel a little bit secure. I think it's time to go for a subs then. Asensio picked up a yellow card. He's not playing great. He's complacent. Even though he has an assist, we're going to remove him. Let's bring in Isco. And then we have Modric, and we're going to bring in Kroos. Both of them are happy because they're not getting to play enough. So now at least both of them gets to play, even though it's not at the same time. Now the clock just ticks away. I think it's time for our last sub then. Now's the question, who will it be? Who will it be? I think I'm actually going to go with Bale, just because I don't want to risk him get injured again. He's been really good. He's not that tired, but I want to play it safe with him. Don't want to risk him getting injured. I think he's injury prone also, so I try to remove him and never we start to feel secure. But here is Getafe. Could be the last highlight of the game. 3 minutes left and then some extra time. This is actually the first highlight for the Getafe. This is bad news. Goes all through the box. Going to come in again, and unfortunately that is a goal. Even though I feel secure with this little time left and we have the safety margin, it's always frustrating when you felt like you could get a clean sheet and this happens. I mean, this is the first highlight. They have had nothing through the whole game, so clearly we wanted Korczak to keep a clean sheet, but yes, you can't get everything every time. And this should be just the end of the game highlight. 10 seconds left to play. You're just going to play it off here. And it is an important win. We got it pretty easy. I felt like we could have scored more, considering the amount of chances. We created 33 chances. We definitely could have created more, considering they got 1 goal in 2 chances. But still, an important win. We managed to beat a top 4 team, a team that is in the Champions League spots, and that's always great. And now, for at least a short moment, we are topping the table, but that of course will probably change quickly when Atletico Madrid catches up, and of course Barcelona will be just behind them. And talking about Barcelona, I think maybe that could be the next game that are coming up for us in an episode. That's of course going to be huge, probably the biggest game of the season. So let's just take a look at the schedule here as soon as the game allows us. Because I think Barcelona might be coming up in the next episode. So let's see here. I feel safe in the Champions League. Villarreal is down to 11th place. Yeah, Barcelona is going to be the next episode. And it's going to be Barcelona away. My gosh, that is most likely, or not most likely, that is the toughest away game of the season. Barcelona away is going to be such a challenge, so you clearly don't want to miss the next episode, because that one is coming up soon. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you in the next episode for a huge game away versus Barcelona at Camp Nou.